What's up, this is Squad24 for a video. Today we are playing Gold Rush to the game. We'll be putting the new conveyor belt into position. We'll turn on the wash plant for the first time, and we'll be organizing all the equipment in the back of the pickup truck. As you guys can see, we do have all the heavy equipment lined up in a row. This will be one of the last times it's all nice and organized because they'll be all over our claim getting gold, which should be pretty cool. So the first thing we will need to do is to add a few more chains to the bucket. Then we'll be making our way over here to pick up the convoy and the feeder, and I mean, this is very exciting. We'll be able to unload right into that, and as of right now we do need the front loader to unload into the wash plant, and we want to be as efficient as we can, so we'll be doing that. So I think up first we'll probably get the 4 meters, and I think the 4 meter chain should be good enough. If not, we do have a few 5 meters with us. I did get a few more, and I did get a lot of equipment, but as you guys can see way down there, our old wash plant I did take apart, and that's all the equipment in the back of the truck. We have the pumps, the hoses, everything like that. So we'll have to organize all of those on our shelves, and you guys can see I did buy a few more parts, and we also did purchase a fuel trailer, which is very helpful. And I mean, this gold mining company is up and running, and I'm very excited. So today, like I was saying, is the first time we'll be running the wash plant, and that should be pretty cool running that. It's brand new. Last video we did set that up, so we'll kind of turn on the excavator. We'll turn off the parking brake, and we'll kind of get moving here. But as you guys can see, very large, and I mean, this is one awesome excavator. So we'll kind of get moving here. It looks like the parking brake is on, so it looks like it actually was off. So up next, we'll kind of just crawl over here to the large part, and I think we'll kind of get the conveyor system first. And this is a pretty interesting conveyor. It has a lot of different kind of small buckets on it that kind of work together, and I mean, it's a pretty cool old style conveyor. I really do like it a lot, and this excavator should be able to lift it. It's a very heavy one, but also we will have to give this power, and I believe that we do have a few power lines in the back of the pickup truck, which will be very helpful for us. But as you guys can see, we are pretty close now, so kind of raise this bucket up, kind of get this extended out, and looks like we should be able to kind of do it with these lengths of chains. So hopefully we do not have to kind of continue to go back and forth with different sizes. So that looks to be good right about there. We'll kind of get this and put this into position right over there, and I really do like how we could do all this. It's very realistic, and one of the things I am looking into is, can we sell some of our equipment, because we really do not need like our small wash plant anymore, and I think it will be pretty cool to sell those. So let me know down below in the comments if that is possible. That will be pretty realistic, selling it and getting extra money for equipment we will no longer use. And it looks like we are actually just a little bit too far, and looks like we'll have a little bit of a problem. So next up, we'll kind of hop back in this. We'll lower down the bucket just a little, and we'll kind of move over. It is a little bit challenging, especially when we are limited, but it is pretty realistic that you can't take any size chain and put it into position. So we got that one. This one might not work, but it looks like it is, and we'll be lifting this up. I really do like setting up these sites. These are pretty cool, and it looks like even with the shortest ones, we just lift this up just a little bit. So I mean, I think we'll kind of crawl backwards. No need to, let's see, we'll kind of back up since we'll have to kind of put it into position this way. So that's actually pretty nice. We do not have to do much turning around, but it looks like that container will be in the way, so we will have to go around that. But if you guys are enjoying this series, let me know down below in the comments. I really do enjoy doing daily videos, and these Gold Rush videos are pretty cool, since we did used to do some mining in Farming Sim, which I think we'll still pretty much do. But we'll have to go all the way around that container. A little challenging, makes it a little bit harder for us, but we should be able to manage. We are just about here and into position, so we'll kind of crawl forward just a little bit, and it looks like we are very close to it, which is awesome. And it looks like we have to lower this down, and then I think that's pretty much it for this conveyor belt. And take a look at that, guys. We got the conveyor belt into place. Next up, in the last part of the puzzle, if you would so called, is the feeding part for the conveyor. Then we just have to add some power to it, and that's pretty much it. But like I was saying earlier, the entire wash plant is ready to go, and I did actually get a fuel trailer because this generator area did take a lot of gas, and I mean, we do need to keep the wash plant and all of the vehicles running. And I also did fill up the pickup truck with gas, which was also very helpful. So I think if the excavator does need it, we might have to get it. Looks like we are just at halfway and almost going on 1/3 tank. So we'll have to kind of look around for the gas to kind of go into this. I'm not exactly sure where exactly. We'll have to get that figured out because we do need to do that, and I really do like that a lot. And like I was saying, at the end of today, we will be unloading that pickup truck into this little shed area over here with a lot of shelves, and I think that that's going to be very, very helpful for us. But look at that, guys. We are just about here at the feeding section, and I wonder if this will require power. We'll have to take a look at it, and you guys can see it does require it, which is okay. We might have to head back over to the warehouse to get more, but we do have a lot already over here. But like we're saying, guys, I think it will be pretty cool if it's not already in the game for us to kind of sell our old equipment, because like I was saying, we could easily get some money back and use that to buy new equipment and other materials since we will no longer need them. So let me know down below in the comments if that is already in the game. If it is, that's awesome. If it isn't, I think that that's a pretty cool add-on that they could do maybe for like the next update. But take a look at that, guys. We are getting the last hook, and then that's it for hooking up all of the chains to it. And I really do like the chains a lot, having the different sizes. But if you do kind of hit the piece onto the ground, they will kind of break off, and you have to re-put them into position, and sometimes that could be a pretty large problem. But we'll have to kind of look around. We might have to take our power cables from the table just for now, and then we'll kind of go get those later on, because I mean, it's pretty nice to get the wash plant up and running, and then getting the gold tables kind of ready is the final step of doing the puzzle, if you would so call it. So we'll kind of make our way back over. And I believe the small excavator does have the hooks on the end so we could attach the chains, but we really do need the reach and the power and also the size of this larger excavator to kind of move everything into position. These are very, very large, and it looks like this excavator does a pretty good job. We are coming very close, and we are pretty much destroying that water pipe right over there, so that's not the best thing, but we might actually have to relocate that right behind. That might be a realistic thing to do. But take a look at that, guys. We got this right over here, and let's see what type of power it needs. We'll come over here. Looks like it needs a blue cable. I believe that we do have one inside of the pickup truck. So up next, we'll kind of actually, we'll just leave that. Whoa, we selected way over here, which is nice. We'll hop into this pickup truck, and we'll just kind of drive over. It's a little bit easier having this already on, and just kind of pick it up right out of the truck. And hopefully we do have the other power cables. If not, like I was saying, we'll definitely have to look around, if not head over to the warehouse. So let's take a look. Looks like we have one. Wow, that's awesome. Looks like a few did fall out, but wow. Now we have to get out of the pickup truck. We'll come over here, attach this, and I mean, we got one of them powered. Next up, we will need one more of these blue cables, and I don't see another one in this. So we'll have to kind of walk over here. If not, we'll have to go into the town. I just came back from the warehouse, and I did purchase our power cable, which is needed for our last step of the conveyor belt. So we'll kind of walk over here. We'll get this into position, and I did already move a few vehicles into place for us, which is going to be pretty helpful. We'll kind of squeeze through right over here, and we'll be plugging this in. This is the last step in this wash plant. We'll be able to do a lot of gold mining now, and take a look at that. I mean, this entire area is full, and I really do like how it labels that. That's a very cool feature. I really do like that a lot. So as you guys can see, everything is ready to go, and the last thing we will need to do is to go kind of fill up our dump truck, the rock truck. So next up, I do want to hop into this excavator. We won't be using this today just because, I mean, we might use this again, but we'll kind of just back this up and over here. And as you guys can see, this looks like it's at 1/3 of a tank, so we'll have to kind of figure out exactly where to put the gas, and I will have to kind of figure all this out kind of off camera. But I hope you guys are enjoying all the daily videos, and I do appreciate each and every one of you for the continued support. So what I actually want to do is I want to take the chains off. Since we will really no longer be needing to use these chains, we don't really need to have them on, because I want to use this excavator for mining and for excavating and loading the dump trucks. But today we'll be using the front loader and the bulldozer, trying to use different types of equipment. But I hope that this game will become multiplayer, because then we could get all of you guys coming in and helping helping us out. So as you guys can see, we kind of got this over here. We'll kind of turn off the excavator, and then we'll head over there with a pickup truck, and I'm very excited to kind of get started using our rock truck for the first time. That's a brand new vehicle to the game, which we did get last episode. So as you guys can see, I did just kind of turn it off. I really want to save as much gas and diesel as we can. So next up, we do have to hop into the rock truck, and we'll be making our way over there. Now, while I was at the store, I did see that we could buy batteries, replace batteries, and a few other things like that for all of the vehicles here, which is pretty cool, and we might have to do some repairs maybe later on into the future. But as you guys can see, we have arrived here at our area, and this hole that we dug is the area where our old wash plant was, and I think that's going to be a little bit better for us if we kind of start off unloading. I think it's best for us to start off where we kind of finished off last, and the deeper we go, the more gold we will be finding. And in front of us, you guys can see there's a pile of dirt, and this is where we did miss loading the wash plants. We'll be taking some of this dirt because all this dirt is full of gold, and we want to get as much ounces of gold as possible. We'll be hopping in the front loader first, and we'll definitely try to scoop some of that up first. But as you guys can see, this is one very cool front loader. They did come out with the update that did fix everything on this, which is awesome. And as you guys can see, we actually do have a pretty full bucket load, like I have a bucket load so far. So we'll have to kind of take a look, and I'm not sure exactly how to curl up the bucket, but I do know how to lower it. So we'll definitely lower it down, and we'll scoop up this pile if we can. So as you guys can see, we are scooping up the pile, which is very nice. I wanted to get all of this, especially ones that we did already excavate. I mean, that's pretty helpful to get that. So as you guys can see, we kind of did this, and I mean, it's half a bucket load, but we'll kind of come over here and load it up. But we'll also kind of take a look at the controls just to double check, so bend up and down. So here we go, guys, and that was not exactly what I wanted to do. So it looks like, oh, here we go, we got it all working, all figured out. So we'll be able to load up this rock truck and maybe future rock trucks very, very fast, which should be pretty cool. So up next, once we kind of unload this bucket, we will be kind of switching over to the bulldozer, and we do not want to unload on top of the cab. If you do have any cool video ideas for this game or any game, let me know down below in the comments. I really do appreciate all of your ideas. They are awesome, and we keep kind of getting right out of the front loader. That's fine right over there. We'll be hopping in the bulldozer, and I kind of want to build like a path kind of going down to this area, because like I was saying, the deeper we go, the more gold there will be in the dirt. So it looks like I keep turning the handbrake on and off, but we'll kind of make a pile right over here, you guys can see, and I mean, making this pile will be pretty helpful for us. We got that little bit, and we'll, I think, kind of go a little bit closer to the rock truck, but we'll just kind of continue to make a pile for us to kind of load into the truck and do. And like we're saying, guys, these top little areas of dirt is not really that much gold filled, so we'll have to kind of go down. As you guys can see right over there, we went down pretty deep, so we'll have to do the same, kind of going back and forth, pass after pass, with this dozer getting very deep. But as you guys can see, we are already having a pretty large pile, and I do apologize for the lag. This game does tend to lag a lot, and I do apologize for that. But as you guys can see, we do actually have a pretty large pile here, and I think we'll probably kind of start to load this in, and then I think once we load it in, we'll kind of run the wash plant one time, then we'll call it a day, because we also do have to do a little bit of organizing. I want to unload that truck, take all of the weight out, because there's a lot of equipment in the back. So take a look at that. We'll turn off the bulldozer, and I mean, this is the first time starting the wash plant, which is also a pretty big moment for us here on the channel. First time when we upgraded for the company here, but we'll have to kind of tilt the bucket back, and I really do like the controls of this. Very nicely done, and overall this game is awesome. I do recommend it to all of you guys who really do enjoy the Gold Rush show, because this is one awesome game. So we'll kind of come over here, we'll tilt down the bucket just so we can kind of dig in just a little, and we'll kind of fill this up completely. Take a look at that, guys. We do have a full bucket load, which is awesome. I think we'll get a few bucket loads right out of here, fill up this truck completely. I really want to kind of go back with a full truckload, and putting the dozer there wasn't the best decision, but it should be okay, and that looks to be good. We do not really want to lose any soil, but as you guys can see, it's pretty realistic. Looks like it's not actually letting us unload. We'll have to hop back in. I keep kind of hopping back in and out, and I do apologize for that, but let's take a look. Why isn't it not letting us unload? That is a first, guys. Do not know exactly what's happening there. It could be that we are not on leveled ground. We'll kind of come around, do a 360, and load from this side. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Let me know how it is down below in the comments. I'm having a great one, and I do hope that you guys all have one. And I do appreciate you guys stopping by for all of the daily videos. I do appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me. So next up, we'll kind of tilt it from the side, and it looks like we could really only unload from right over here. And I think that's probably going to be, it looks like the truck is just about full. So I mean, almost trying to get out of this. So I might have to kind of look into moving around some of the controls. But that's pretty much it with the front loader. We do want to turn it off because I do realize that we do pay a lot. I believe that fuel trailer just cost just about $2,000 to fill up. That's a lot of money, and we want to keep our profits as large as we can. So we'll kind of hop on the inside. Looks like it's finally letting us on the inside. We'll kind of back up over here, and I'm very excited. We'll kind of turn it on, and with wash plants, we do not want to keep the water running because that could flush out the gold, especially if we are only doing one truckload every few minutes. So as you guys can see, looks like our pickup truck is in the way, but we should be able to kind of squeeze right by. Awesome, so as you guys can see, we are just about here, and I think we'll kind of get into position before we actually do kind of unload it. So that looks good. We'll kind of come over here to the generator container. Very nicely done. I do think that this game is very well laid out, and we'll have to come over here. Now, it does have everything labeled. So as you guys can see, we'll have to kind of turn that on, turn the shaker on, turn the conveyor, and turn the conveyor belt, and then dual the jig also. So as you guys can see, we've got everything running. We'll take one very quick look. The shaker's running. I mean, take a look at this. This is very exciting. First time in this area you could actually load it with a front loader, but we want to be using the rock truck because the rock truck is very efficient. But as you guys can see, we'll kind of take a look at this. First time we got the trommel running way back there, and take a look at that. The dirt is going up into the conveyor belt. Our very first time. We'll kind of go take a look at this. This is very exciting. As you guys can see, the rocks are coming through this shaker, which means everything is working. I mean, this thing is working really well, even though it looks pretty rustic. We got the trommel working, everything is working, which is pretty cool. We got the jig working, and we do have the 2 buckets down below, catching all of the gold, which was awesome. And like we're saying, the final thing we will be doing today is to kind of organize it. But take a look at that, guys. You guys can see there's a lot of animations all around. You guys can see the wheels work, the chains work, everything like that. As you come over here, the shaker works, and let's see how much more soil is there. There is a lot of soil that has to kind of keep going through and through. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Very exciting for us. And like I was saying, the final step today will be actually, we'll kind of I think we'll kind of keep this. It's not really letting me on the inside some of the time, so we'll turn the e-brake off and we'll kind of pull forward here. The wash plant looks like does take a little bit of while to kind of run all the soil, which is pretty realistic, and that is also helpful for us. So we'll turn this rock truck off, and it does take me a few times pressing the controls to pretty much get it running, but it almost looks like it was going to rain. We'll kind of come over here, and I do see raindrops, which is okay. I mean, first time raining for us, and while this is running, getting us some gold, we'll kind of head over and we'll definitely start to unload this and organize it here at our tent. But as you guys can see, we do have a power generator, a few water pumps, and some pipes and wires, everything like that. And I really want to keep this as organized as possible. But like I was saying earlier, I wish that we could pretty much trade this and get our money back, because I mean, we did spend a lot of money upgrading to that and everything like that. So we'll kind of open up the tailgate, and all these little fuel containers are very helpful for us. But I think over here we'll be putting the water pumps. So we got one water pump done. We'll kind of get the other one now, and these gas pumps these gas containers, I believe, are empty, which is good. I do not want to keep gas in there since gas does get old, but I think we'll kind of put all these over here. We will no longer need them since we do have a pretty large fuel trailer, and I think we'll kind of put it over here with the other ones. That actually looks pretty good right over here, and I really do enjoy playing this game, and I hope you guys are excited for all the very cool videos coming featuring Gold Rush the game. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and subscribe for more.